See, because I mean, you see a lot of artists from Toronto or from Canada, but they'll be wearing like a Detroit hat or a Yankees hat.
Yeah, exactly. And again, speaking to like the videos I grew up watching, I'm thinking like Baby Blue Sound Crew and like early Cardinal Official, and like that was kind of like the last generation that I really remember actually being like overtly proud to be from Canada or be from Toronto as a city. And you see that more in hip hop than indie music, and that's something that I've never really understood. It's almost like bands pretend that they don't really exist anywhere, or they're all just trying to be like the Strokes and be from New York or something like.
Which is bold for hip hop too, because like I guess there was a bit of a stigma.
Yeah,
maybe I don't know if
for
there
sure.
still is.
Oh, for sure, and I think there still is, and I think there is in indie music. I think there is just in any kind of creative culture. So much attention is focused on New York or on LA or or Berlin or wherever the cool place happens to be.
London.
But yeah, I want people to be able to believe or imagine that the cool place isn't where someone else tells you. It's like where you are, and it's up to you and your friends to make things happen. No one's going to do it for you, and I think that again is just like what I'm trying to do.
Now you mentioned the album sort of deals with your journey, I guess.
Yeah.
I got a bit of a relationship sort of vibe from it. Is there some relationship songs
Oh, for
on
sure. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was a personal album. This is a document of my time, and I feel like, I mean, those songs come, first of all, from an honest place and issues that I was dealing with, but there's also something really sort of universal and transcendental about that idea of writing, a sad romantic song or like a love song that I think people can relate to. And I'm doing this, and the intention with Diamond Rings is to make work that people are going to identify with in some capacity. And also to do that without resorting to too many cheesy cliches or, kind of like making it smarmy or sappy. So that's always the challenge. That's the double-edged sword. It's like going far enough that people feel like they're getting something, but not so far that they're being, beaten across the head with it.
But that they could also sing along, which is
Yeah.
probably even harder. Because they
totally.
say it's hard to write a 3-minute pop song, right? But there's like a lot of catchy tunes on it.
For sure, it's a challenge to me.
Yeah.
It's like just as hard as trying to when I was little, like I'd have my hockey card collection out and just try to draw the players or something and make them look real or whatever. I enjoy those kinds of challenges. To me, that's fun. That keeps it interesting. Trying to do something that people are going to engage with.
And you play everything on the record, right?
Yeah, everything.
What do we got?
Is
There's
me.
guitars, there's synth.
Yeah, there's drum machines.
Okay.
There's some piano, some percussion going on.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a trained musician. I'm trained as an artist, and I feel like more than anything, the key to making great art is about knowing your limitations. I don't purport to be like a superstar or a shredder or anything, and for me, this record was all about pushing myself, to make something that was, complicated and difficult to kind of perform. But also, I know my limits. I don't try to overstretch what I'm capable of, and I think that's something that I was really conscious of with the record. And I think that's something maybe that a lot of performers and bands sometimes struggle with is, realizing it doesn't have to necessarily be the most complicated thing to be the best thing.
Dave Mustaine syndrome.
Yeah, totally.
On the, when you're making the music and stuff, it's all you. So then, you come in here and you do like a stripped down acoustic version. So now I'm wondering, how do you do like a live show? I mean, are you like running from like synth to like guitar to like?
A lot of times. I mean, I use backing tracks, and I run my beats. I record them on my computer. I run them through that. I play synth. I play guitar. There's elements of dance. There's some raps. There's some performance. I'm not so much as concerned with showing people in a live setting that I can play everything. I'm not like I'm not into being one of those bands where there's 8 million patch cables and 4 looping pedals, and I feel like there's enough people doing that, and there's enough people doing that way better than I could ever hope to do that. I'm into doing something new and something different, and to me the live show it's much more like a play or a performance than it is this exercise in virtuosity or something. It's about like just connecting with people.
But it is just you on stage, though, right?
Yeah, and I think for now that's how it is, and how I'm really enjoying performing the material. Like I recorded it by myself, and it just makes the most sense to present it that way. it's not necessarily always going to be that way. But for now, I really want to make sure that I kind of fully kind of master, you know, the live show, and it's getting to that point. And once I get to the point where I feel like it can't improve, then we'll see about, you know, how it's going to change and grow. But for now, yeah.
And how do you deal with all the hype? I mean, that, you know, you're getting, like, do you think about it, or you just?
Yeah, I mean, it's impossible not to.
Do you read your reviews?
I read my reviews because my mom is always sending me stuff by email. Oh my God, they wrote about you here. That's my mom voice. She doesn't really sound like that, but she's not that annoying. But I mean, it helps that a lot of my friends are here, and they're really, they're supportive of me, but like, you know, I live with Colin, who does my videos, and his brother, and we've known each other since we were all in high school in Oshawa. And you know, people like that don't let you turn into an idiot. You know,
Yeah.
It's really hard to go home and, you know, and like see those guys and let anything really go to my head. And that's really important, to kind of like stay grounded within all that and just be focused on doing good work. You know, it's weird because it's like, you spend all your life trying to get this audience, and then once you have one, it's almost more intimidating because now you're conscious of that when you're writing and working. So it's
people expect a certain.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like managing those expectations. It's like you've got to write knowing that someone's going to be listening or watching, but at the same time, you kind of have to trick yourself into pretending that it's just still you in your room with GarageBand, just screwing around.
Yeah,
you know, and striking that balance. So I'm still figuring it out. But it's exciting, so.
New music you're listening to that you would recommend to people out there? Something you're really dig right now?
My really good friends, P.S. I Love You, are an awesome two-piece from Kingston. We're going to be like touring together.
You just split with them,
for the next week. Yeah, they were on the first split. They're totally amazing. They're doing awesome. Great guys. I love their record. And the flip side of that, I've been like going jogging on the beach a lot this summer, listening to the new Kylie Minogue record, which is yeah, it's workout tunes.
Nice. Really?
I'm really just, you know, I'm really starting to give myself more like kind of free rein to really just follow my nose and my ears and get into whatever feels right, you know, and I feel like everyone is. It's a really exciting time. I haven't felt like this free as an artist in a long time, and I feel like just fans and listeners are way more likely to have like a rap song and a pop song and a rock song like back to back on their iPod than they ever were. So I wanted the record also to just kind of embody that.
There's some hip hop on here, man.
Yeah, like, and I mean, it's all stuff I like, and I would see bands play, you know, or you go on tour with a band and they're, say, like playing like country music or something, and then you're in the van and they're just listening to like rap music, and it's like,
what?
Why aren't you making this?
Why?
You know, if you like this, like just go for it, and that's what it's about. It's about just like not trying to limit myself in any way, just like. If I'm into something, just try it out.
Yeah,
you know?
we're totally in a shuffle generation.
Yeah, I think it's totally cool, and I'm trying to embrace that.
Nice. Yeah. Still jogging?
I haven't been as much on tour. It's so hard. I'm still listening to Kylie. I'm just getting less exercise.
Jogging's hard. I just started jogging too. That shit's hard. Anyways, John, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for
nice
sure.
To meet you, man.
Explore Music wears English Laundry apparel.